Say cheese, smile more, they tell you. What's there not to be happy about? But what if there's nothing to be happy about? I think it's time for me to be a bit more open, a bit more honest, and a little bit more vulnerable. So, with that said, let the video begin. All right, so the last time we saw each other was like 2 months and a bit ago. And if it makes you feel better, I wasn't posting anywhere else really besides TikTok. But I wasn't posting on like my Instagram and my Twitter. Essentially, I went off the grid, right? I was gone. It's like I fell off the face of the earth. I'll be honest, like this time I don't think I'm really gonna do a whole apologizing stick and like promise I'll post more consistently and all that stuff. And like I love our creators do as well. No shade to them, but yeah, today we're just gonna be honest, because truth is I wasn't okay, and I won't be okay in the future as well. Like it happens. So I think the best way to do this is to give you guys more insights into me and who I am as a person. So let's just rewind time a little bit. Now, as a kid, I was a kid full of life, really playful. Man, I had big dreams, thought highly of myself. I enjoyed life. I enjoyed life to the fullest, man, as a kid. As you should, as a kid. You should enjoy life, you should dream, you should be proud of yourself, you should love yourself, you should want to explore, you should be brave, courageous, all these things that they tell us to do. Then came my adolescent phase, my teen years. And this is the stage where you start becoming a bit more conscious of things and a bit more self-aware to a certain fault, but you're more worried about how people look at you, and external things start becoming a big thing for you. You start worrying about women, you start worrying about how your body looks, you start worrying about how you smell, how you talk, what clothes you have, what shoes you have, what gadgets you have, what TV you have, all these things, bro. So all these things start happening, right? And I was somebody who was very soft-spoken. I had a higher pitched voice than a lot of boys my age. I was really skinny, talked really fast, and I still do talk fast. So because of this, I got bullied quite a lot. And I'll be honest, it took a bigger toll on me than I actually thought it did. I hated myself. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like the color of my skin. I didn't like my hair. Didn't like my teeth. I just didn't like me. I didn't like Taki. I didn't like who I was. I would look in the mirror and just want to be somebody else. I remember a conversation I had with one of my friends. I stepped over at his place and he asked me, he was like, yo, if you could be anyone else in the world, who would you be? And I picked one of the cool guys in our school. Like, I want to be him. Like, that guy, he had the muscles, he was getting the woman, he was cool, he was confident, all these things. I wanted to be like that. And I asked him, what about him? And I was like, nobody. I'd like to be me. And I was like, whoa, hectic. I wonder what that feels like. Now, of course, when you're somebody who has been bullied, what does happen is that when you find yourself in a position where you have got power over someone else, you bully them back because you want people and you want them to know what it feels like to be the butt of the joke, to be laughed at, to be ridiculed, to just feel like they're nothing, to feel worthless. And that's what I did. In my friend groups, to my siblings, to my cousins, sometimes even to my parents in some moments. Man, I was mean, and it's all because I was flipping hurt. I was just hurt, man. I was sore. There was a wide open wound that was just spilling out blood. And I didn't know how to close it. But of course, say cheese, right? Because hey man, you gotta show the world that you're happy. You gotta show the world that you're coping, because nobody's got time for the losers, for the ones who are weak, for the ones who are wounded. Now, this brings us to the crescendo of the fall, of my disappearance. So, chip on my shoulder, I've kind of gone past it, I'm building good momentum, and now I'm in that one of the happiest stages of my life. All right, so I studied acting, live performance at AFTA. So the goal for me was, and has, and still is, to be an entertainer, a performer, an actor, right? Now, I think something that nobody can prepare you for is the mental toll pursuing this type of career has on you. Because a lot of the things you achieve, right, and the things you don't achieve kind of tie into your worth. A lot of your worth is based on these things. You know, your worth is based on the jobs you get, the jobs you don't get, right? The agent you have, the agent you don't have, the feedback you get, the criticism you get from friends and family. It all ties in and it affects your psyche, because the only way you can check your progression is how you're doing amongst your peers, or how you're doing amongst other performers. Like, you know, I used to hate those. The time I actually used to like be pissed off that my friends were actually getting jobs and I wasn't. That was the space I was in. But I had to learn and find ways to cope. So I've been working hard on YouTube, right, to get to where I am. My job doing murder mystery, to get to where I am in murder mystery and being consistent with that, I've been doing well. And I think the combination of those jobs and me keeping going at that stuff helped me get a really amazing job, the DSTV job, right? Now, this job was one of the most pinnacle moments for me. I was so happy. I was feeling fantastic. I was feeling great. I was feeling strong. And I finally felt proud of myself. And I could finally look at myself in the mirror and be like, I like that guy. I like who I'm looking at. It took me 25 years, 24 to 25 years to be like, I like who I'm looking at. And hey, I was finally enjoying life. You know, finally, my smiles, they meant something. Until they didn't. You see, when DSTV ended, first I was fine. I understood. It's the game. These things happen. It's life. It's life. I was alright. I guess I had gotten so used to faking these smiles that I couldn't even tell for myself that, hey, you're not okay. And the things I felt it creeping up on me. I felt the me not feeling okay creeping up on me when I dropped the last video on this channel. I wasn't grand. I wasn't grand. But I kept pushing it down. I kept putting on a brave face, kept putting on a fake smile. You know, I was going out, getting drunk, having a good time with friends and all that. But when I got back home after all that, I just felt empty. I felt nothing. And basically, the best way for me to put this to you is that, like, you see in the movies, you're watching a movie and it's a scene where you see that guy and he's just a loser, fam. Like, nothing is popping off. Like, he's got nothing in order. His room is a mess. He's eating junk food. He's lazy. Like, it's like he's got no purpose. That's what I felt like. I lost all my drive, all my motivation. I felt nothing. Nothing was satisfying me anymore. I had nothing. Until I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't like how I'm feeling. This has got to change. Something has to change. Something's got to give. There's no ways I can go from being at the top here to not just being at the bottom. It doesn't make sense. So I had to start again. I had to restart. I had to strip away things. I had to pull things away until it was just me. And I realized I didn't like who I was still. You know? Because I put all my worth and all of who I was into that DSTV gig. Because that DSTV gig made me feel like I was somebody. Like I finally mattered. And then when that was gone, I felt like I had nothing. And therefore I was now nothing. So then I just realized that internally I'm not good, bro. I'm not grand. On the inside I'm not okay. And I kept trying. I kept trying to make myself happy. I would keep going to dates. I kept turning up. I kept drinking, all these things. I kept doing all these things, trying to be great, trying to feel something. But it just wasn't giving. Man, I subtracted. Got off Instagram, got off Twitter, got off my phone, stopped talking to people as much as before, just so I can be alone and just think. And I came to this realization, the realization that I'm telling you, that I lost that kid in me. That kid who had goals, who was happy, who knew who they wanted to be, who was full of life. I lost that kid. Because I lost that kid and I locked that kid away, I wasn't happy. Because like I turned my back on myself. Because I mean, guys, like, listen, this is life. Things get taken away. Nothing is constant, right? Nothing is forever. The job you're doing that's amazing can get taken away. The boyfriend or girlfriend that you have can get taken away. The money you have can get taken away. None of this stuff is constant, right? Except you or your God at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing much better. I realized that I have to just get back to Taki, I didn't get back to who Taki was before DSTV, who Taki was during DSTV, and then up that ante, up the level. But I need to find a way to do that without external things, or without external things being the ruling party in that. It's got to be from here. It's got to come from here. From here. It's got to come from deep. I got to dig deep now. My question to you is, do you remember who you wanted to be before life told you to be somebody else? And number two, take away your job, take away the money, take away the status, take away the girls, the boys, the parties, the friends, the alcohol, the drugs, the turning up, the likes on social media, the followers you have. Take away all those things. Take away all of it. Who are you? Who are you? And are you happy with who you are? So with that said, it's been your boy TakiTheHuman. Welcome to the circus. Don't forget the Roomba. And yeah, it's okay to not be okay. Till next time, peace.